Hello everyone. My name is Federico. I'm almost done with the exchange here in NTU, Singapore. And in this video, I will bring you all the tips that you need to know before coming here. And I will share my personal experience. Let's start with the first topic. Okay, so this is the campus, and on the left side we can find the academic buildings, while in the right side we can find over 20 halls. And guys, be ready because the campus is huge. It's super easy to get lost, so just ask to some locals and they will help you. Here we have the bus service of NTU that is totally free, and here we have the red line, the blue line that seems the same but is not, and then we have the green line that goes directly into the train station.
This is my room. It's a bit messy, but I'm sharing with another guy. But the problem that there is no icon.
Now I will bring you inside my hall. So this is the canteen with over 6 restaurants. Here we have the basketball field, it's with amazing view, and here we have the music room. Let's move on with the main library inside the campus near the academic buildings.
Even though the library is structured in 4 levels, it's kind of small because every day it's so packed and there is no space for study. You have to book in advance your spot.
And then my favorite part of the campus, the sport facilities. There are football fields, basketball fields, volleyball fields. It's amazing, guys.
This is the gym. It's super packed. You can tell for a lat machine there is 2, 4, 6, 7 people.
Okay, guys, let's talk about the cultural shock because, yes, there are some, unfortunately. The first one, and probably the most important one, is that it's crazy hot here. I was literally sweating for everything I was doing. Also, when I was sleeping, it was literally crazy. But I think at some point, since also my room doesn't have a icon, then my body just adjust in some ways, I would say. Another big surprise for me, and since I'm Italian, I'm super used to cook and do everything. I don't have the kitchens here. Like, there are no kitchens, no fridges in the dorms. And so every time I had to go to the canteen and eat, which is in some ways it's good, but I was completely not used. So I would say that this was one of the cultural shock that I had. Okay, guys, so one of the best part here in NTU is definitely the student life. It's really easy to make friends. I was not expecting that. There is a club for every single thing you will do. All the interests are covered. There is a club from salsa to ping pong, to TED Talk, to cooking, music, every single thing. And all the sports are here. Like, it's crazy. My main tip for you that you will come as exchange student is to be very sociable the first 2 weeks, because those are the weeks where the groups will be formed and then you will start hang out with them. So be very sociable the first 2 weeks and then the rest join the flow. Let's talk now about the food. So the food was literally a surprise for me. You can find literally everything in the canteen, from Indian, Thai, Korean, Western. So it was super easy to adjust to that cuisine. And the prices, I will also talk a bit later about the expenses that I had, but the prices were super affordable here in the canteen, in the dorms. The prices were from 3.5 Singapore dollars to at most 15 Singapore dollars. So it was pretty affordable. And honestly, food is one of my biggest highlights here in Singapore. Okay, let's start talking about the nightlife. So I know you that you're coming as exchange students, so you would like to do as many parties as possible. But be aware that inside NTU there are not so many parties, and actually there are not at all parties here. But the main city center is super vibrant. There are clubs with rooftop clubs everywhere, near Clarkey, near the city center, and be aware that the fact that you don't really have a way to come back from the city center because the trains will be stopped around midnight. So the only way to come back to the campus is to take a grab that you will pay at most 20 Singapore dollars, and if you are with friends you will pay even less, obviously. One tip that I will give to you is to install an app called A-Entry. With A-Entry, you can have student discounts, free entries, and even sometimes drink included entering for free. So it's super useful. Install this app, and I hope that you will have the most fun here in Singapore. So Singapore, it's really amazing. It's modern, it's safe, it's super organized. It's literally vertical. I have never seen a city like that. There are skyscrapers everywhere. And especially for me that I come from a small town, it seems like insane. But the city itself, it's actually quite small, so you don't need more than 3 to 4 days to visit everything. So let's check it out. Like obviously Marina Bay Sands, Garden by the Bay, and especially you have to go to some hawker centers, which are quite small canteens within the city center where you can go and eat crazy good food. Okay, guys, now let's talk about the best things to be here in Singapore. And obviously, is the traveling. I've been to so many countries. It's so easy to go to from another countries here in Singapore. The flights are very cheap. The food is insane. Everything is amazing. So I really, really hope that you will travel a lot during this experience here in Singapore. For instance, I've been to Philippines, I've been to Malaysia, I've been to Hong Kong, Japan, Seoul. Now I'm going to Sri Lanka, to Thailand, Cambodia, and then Vietnam. So I really, really enjoy the stayment here, and I think that traveling is one of the best highlights here. Okay, so let's talk now about the expenses that I had here in Singapore. As you can see, the prices are quite cheap, I would say. I was literally surprised for that. So for the room, I paid 428 Singapore dollar a month. So it's quite cheap, but be aware that if you have a single room, this might be more. And especially if you move to the city center, the prices are going to be way higher. So around 1,000 to 1,500 Singapore dollars. The food, as I mentioned before, it's quite cheap. I was spending 9 to 10 Singapore dollar a day. So that means around 240 to 330 Singapore dollar a month. For the nightlife, it's really depending on how much times you are going to the city center. So, for instance, I was going around like 3 times a month, more or less, and roughly you will spend 30 Singapore dollar complete by everything. But pay attention, guys, because the alcohol here it's quite expensive. So this might be one of the most expenses for you. And also the transportation are going to be, it depends also how many times you are going to go in the city center. And it's roughly about 5 Singapore dollars round trip. So I would say that Singapore, surprisingly, was not that expensive that I thought at the beginning. So I'm quite happy for that. So I would like to finish this video saying how much I'm grateful for these 4 months here in Singapore. It has been an unforgettable semester, full of learnings, full of new friends and adventures. I'm so happy, and I hope that this video will help you to come here in Singapore, and feel free to comment below if you have any questions. I will be ready to answer to you, and put a like for this video. So thank you very much for listening.